I don't know if I'm gonna post this video because I'm like still shaking and I feel so frazzled, but I just left a restaurant collaboration crying. I had a TikTok collab with a new restaurant in Hayes Valley that I was really excited for. I had it planned since last week. My reservation was at 5:30, but I went a little early at 5:10, so it was just me. My husband was gonna meet me there. When I get there, I'm greeted by the host and I introduce myself, tell him I'm here for the collab, and he was actually the guy I was speaking on Instagram with about it, so we were on the same page and ready to go. I started to film around the restaurant because I like to do that early on when there's less people. And after filming for a bit, I sit down at the table that's prepped for me, and it's a bar counter seat. I'm continuing to film the setup in the kitchen and stuff because it's really cute, but I hear the host and this other guy talking. And this other guy is behind the counter, so it's a small restaurant. He's like 2 or 3 feet away from me, so I can hear everything they're saying. I know that they're talking about me because I can hear them saying TikTok, views, followers, so I start listening in. The new guy is asking the host who I am, why I'm here, and how many followers I have on TikTok and what my TikTok is. And this guy pulls up my TikTok and says that I have 15,000 followers and I have some videos have millions of views, whatever, and this guy is not happy about it. He was saying that I have too little followers and that this was a mistake. Saying what about her Instagram, how many followers does she have there, and I don't use my Instagram for food, it's just my private Instagram. So this guy tells him that I have like 1,300 followers and he is not.
I feel like it is a misconception to rely on the number of followers on your social media. It really does depend on the value of the content of the video, and it is pretty messed up for that chef to size up this TikToker based on the number of followers she has, especially since she's offering a free service of marketing the restaurant.
Having it. Saying to the host that he shouldn't have invited me and that this was a mistake and that this was bad. And then he says, is she dining alone? Who else is coming? And the host says that I have a +1. And then he says, and this +1's late, but no one was late, I was there early. Mind you, this is all happening in front of me and they know that I can hear because we are so close to each other. At this point, I am turning red because I'm so embarrassed and I feel really disrespected, but the new guy comes to me and I introduce myself, I shake his hand, and I'm telling him that I'm still excited about this collab. Immediately he says, did you do any research on this restaurant? Do you know what we do? Do you know who we are? And mind you, they're really new. They don't have a website, but I know their menu front and back because whenever I go to a restaurant, I study the menu because I know what I like to order and I want to know what the restaurant is that I'm collabing with.
It's Carlab is definitely going above and beyond, really studying the menu before she promotes them as well. I can only imagine that any restaurant would really appreciate an influencer going above and beyond, knowing all the options in the menu and sharing their restaurant.
I tell him that you guys don't have a website, but I know you are a wine bar and you serve smaller bites. He is smirking while he's listening to me and saying that I didn't do any research and that he thinks that there's been some miscommunication. He asks for my TikTok, which clearly you've done no research about me as well. And he starts scrolling through and playing my TikToks on full volume at the restaurant. And not even my page, just the page that comes up when you search my name. After scrolling like 2 times, he says to me that he doesn't think my videos are at the level at which he wants his restaurant to be represented. He goes on to say that my audience and my followers are not the kind of people that are going to be at his restaurant.
Increasing the volume to maximum while studying her TikTok videos definitely had an underlying message. It was meant to publicly embarrass its Carlab's TikTok platform. To go that extent and mocking that her followers and target audience wouldn't be a good fit for this restaurant is definitely bad vibes.
It seemed like he was insinuating that my followers would not be able to afford to eat at this restaurant. Then he says, not to be snobby, but do you know who I am? And I say no, because I don't know who he is. He says he's a James Beard Award recipient or finalist or something, and I'm like, great, like I don't know what to say to that. And he said that his daughter has 600,000 followers on TikTok and that I'm not at that level.
I feel like when it comes to social media, you still have to shoot your shot even though you're a small influencer. It's not like if you're a medical where you must go through the schooling and the years of experience to really be officially a medical doctor. This chef just wanted to totally berate its car lab, especially when he compared her to his daughter that has over 600,000 plus followers on her TikTok. If that's the case, why don't you just let your daughter promote your restaurant and no one else, since so many people out here will probably not be worthy of even promoting a restaurant?
He keeps going on. He says that my cooking videos are homey, but he doesn't think I understand what they do at that restaurant. At this point, I'm crying and I want to get out, so I tell him that I'm no longer interested in doing the collab. I tell him that I felt disrespected because they were talking about me right in front of me and belittling my work. And he tells me that he was offended because I came in and didn't introduce myself to him, which is weird because usually during restaurant collabs, the host comes and greets you because there's a lot of people at the restaurant. You don't know who the owner is or you've never seen their faces most of the time. And now it's 5:30 and my husband comes into the...
I don't think there's any award that exists out there that can justify being so arrogant. Good on its car lab for making that decision to just leave. No business is worth sacrificing one's peace.
Restaurant and he's like, "Hi everybody," because he doesn't know what's going on. I tell my husband that we're gonna leave and we're not eating here, and I tell the owner that I will be taking note of this because I want to be an advocate for micro-influencers, especially in the Bay Area food scene. You don't need to have 1 million followers to be respected or feel like you're making a difference. I love spotlighting small businesses, and I want to continue to do that and have fun.
And I love this vital message from its car lab, definitely! Especially when it comes to social media and small businesses. Opportunities can come together when we work together and not be judging each other based on who doesn't have big followers, big views, etc. Hopefully, we can all learn from this and be like its car lab.
Okay, so much has happened in the past 24 hours, and I feel like I need to come on here and give everybody kind of an update. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can watch my most recent video and this video will make a lot more sense. First of all, I woke up today to the most supportive and kind and genuine and encouraging comments and messages, and I've read through every single one of them, and I could not be more grateful and shocked at how much empathy you guys have towards basically a stranger on the internet. I am so grateful and so appreciative of everyone that's checked in on me and made sure that I am feeling okay. And more than anything, I feel so proud because I think it goes to show how
a lot of people like to say that social media is toxic, but it's nice to see positive changes that happen as well, such as the public showing some positive vibes and support to its car lab.
Strong of a community TikTok can be. I haven't responded to any comments asking about the name of the restaurant or the owner because I don't want to get you guys or me into any type of trouble, but I feel like everyone's kind of figured it out one way or another. I do want to make it clear that I do not condone any type of bullying or slander to unrelated family members. My issue was with this specific restaurant and the specific management, and when this was happening, I not only did not know who he was, but I did not know that his family members were in the public eye. The short update is that I have not heard directly from the owner or the host about this, and I'm really hoping that they are open to taking accountability and learning and growing from this experience. But more importantly, I have gained so many new followers from this, which is pretty surreal. I'm sad that you guys first found me with a video that wasn't very positive, but I do want to go back to posting videos about food and recipes and Bay Area restaurants that I'm really excited for. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I feel so grateful for every single person that's been following me or started following me and supporting me, and we are such a strong community, and I hope that nobody on this app ever forgets that.
I think that's a great message. Even though we all want to take revenge and avenge the wrong that its car lab went through, it's best to just focus on the positives and show some support and love to her and her social media platforms. And at the time that I'm recording this, it's Carlab. It's currently over 500,000 followers. A TikTok, and her last videos are over 100,000 views. Definitely check her page out, support her follower, and spread some positive vibes. Question for you guys. How would you handle the situation if you were in It's Carlab's position? Can't wait to see your comments below.